What's going on, guys? Today I'll be reviewing a fragrance, not one fragrance actually. I'm reviewing two fragrances together because these two fragrances are clones of the famous Roja Elysium. So I have two fragrances with me. One is by fragrance called Imperium, and another one is by Parfum AE. This one is called Maharlika. So two fragrances, clone of Roja Elysium. I'm gonna tell you which one I like the most and are they any good or not. Okay. So let me start by this one, read out the notes of this fragrance and tell you what are the notes in this fragrance. So I'm going to read out the notes of Imperium. I'm not going to go by the Parfum AE notes because both are clones of one particular fragrance. So why take so long to describe the notes? Okay, let me try to keep the video short. So Imperium by Fragrance World contains grapefruit, bergamot, thyme, lemon, galbanum, lime, and wormwood right at the top. The meat contains lily of the valley, rose, vetiver, pink pepper, cypriol oil, juniper, black currant, jasmine, and apple. So many notes. In the base, this one contains vanilla, incense, leather, benzoin, and amber. So these are the notes. Now, spray this here. Imperium sprayed on my left hand and Maharlika sprayed on my right hand. Okay. So the smell of both these fragrances. So first let me try out the Imperium. This is the Maharlika. Let me spray this again. Now they kind of smell similar. Both the clones, they have similar smelling tone with one another, but I can detect the differences now. To me, the Imperium from Fragrance World feels more natural. None of these fragrances are natural, but more natural compared to the Parfum A1. What I'm detecting in the Imperium is that I detect the lime in the top, I detect grapefruit, beautiful, fresh, beautiful. I also detect this black currant, so tangy, fresh, fruity opening. In this one, I'm detecting the lemon peel type of smell. Yes, I'm not detecting much black currant, but grapefruit, yes. So the fresh opening, the fruity type of opening is there in both these fragrances, but this one lacks the black currant. This one I'm getting the black currant more and more. So the opening wise, I'm liking this one more. Now the dry down on my hand, I have the dry down here. Yep, and the Parfum version here. Yep, the dry down on my skin. What I get is this one turns out to be a little green on my skin. Green, the vetiver comes in really nicely. The vetiver is pronounced in this one compared to this one. So in the dry down, I get this beautiful green element mixing with this beautiful floral touch. Both these fragrances have this floral element in this one. Beautiful white floral note in this one. That I'm getting the jasmine, slightly rosy nuance. I'm just liking the rose dominant mid mixing with the freshness from the top. Yep, the vetiver is prominent in this one, so giving this the green edge as well. This one, the vetiver is not much pronounced, but it is there. But this one is really nice smell wise. Now when slowly the far dry down on my skin, Imperium, the far dry down is very creamy on my skin. There is this beautiful creaminess along with slight hint of incense. So there is slight edge of spiciness in this fragrance as well, that is giving me the incensey vibe as well. but the creaminess in this one is very dominant on my skin. This one, the dry down, let me tell you, the dry down of this one is simply bogus. I don't like it. The dry down becomes plasticky on my skin. Yes, plasticky. The dry down of Parfum is Maharlika becomes plasticky on my skin. From the top to the mid, this one is okay, works for me, but the dry down gets plasticky on my skin that I don't like, irritating. But this one works okay, the dry down is nice. Imperium keeps up the natural tone, nothing plasticky. This one actually works for me better. The dry down becomes ambery, the dry down becomes vanilla prominent. There is incense as well, slight incensey quality. So creamy, vanilla dominant, ambery dry down. Lovely fragrance, a very nice, fresh, floral, slightly green and incensey type of fragrance. I like this one more. This is my verdict. I like this one more than this one in terms of the smell. Now, let me tell you, this one works for me. The smell is nice. This one, like I told you, from the top to the mid is okay, but the dry down becomes plasticky, so not for me. So smell wise, this one wins for me. Imperium by Fragrance World. Performance wise, I have to tell you, this one is a better performer. On my skin, I got 4 to 5 hours from this one, so okay type of performer. This one on my skin gave me only 1 hour, maximum 2 hour. So the performance is weak in this one, but this one edges in terms of the performance. This is not extremely good performer, just 4 hours of performance on my skin, that's it. On my clothing, 4 hours of performance on my clothing, 4 to 5 hours of performance on my clothing, that's it. This one is a weak performer, 1 to 2 hours on my skin, maximum 2.5 hours to 3 hours on my clothing, but I'm gonna say 2 hours. So performance wise, this one takes the cake. These two fragrances, how similar are these two fragrances to Roja Elysium? Let me tell you, this one is a very good clone. This one, I've sniffed Roja Elysium. To me, this one feels like 75 to 80% similar to Roja Elysium. Decent clone, but Roja Elysium, 20% I'm giving to Roja Elysium because of the quality is just top tier. This one replicates the smell quite nicely, gives you the Roja Elysium feel, but lacks the quality. So 75% similarity, okay? This one I'm gonna say 60% similar to Roja Elysium because the dry down is plasticky. I don't like the dry down, doesn't match with Roja Elysium because of the dry down. Roja Elysium on my skin worked nicely. This one didn't. The dry down of this one is just complete nonsense. So this one is more closer to Roja Elysium. Overall, if I have to pick one, I'm gonna go with this one, Imperium by Fragrance World, because smell matters to me. This one doesn't become plasticky on my skin like this one. So this one stays all right, works for me, the smell. Performance, I can always reapply, no problem. I can always go heavy, I can always reapply. I always go heavy, no matter the fragrance, no matter the season. I always go heavy on this. I can reapply, no problem for me. Smell wise, this is a banger. This works for me. But this one is the second one. Not my favorite. This one works for me. But now, season wise, both are summer friendly fragrance, no problem. You can use this both in summer days, no problem. Casually, formally, date nights, evening dates, no problem. These are fantastic fragrances. But like I told you, if your skin chemistry is like mine, this one in the dry down Maharlika becomes plasticky. So I'm not going to wear this on a date night or even evening date, morning date. No, this one I can. So there goes my review for today. I hope I have wrapped this video under 10 minutes. So both these fragrances, let me know if you have used this both and tell me which one you like. Like I told you, both are summer fragrances. You can use this in winter days, no problem, because there is slight hint of incensey quality, there is sweetness, there is slight edges of floral tone, mild spiciness. So you can use this all year round. But this is more, both these fragrances are more like summer fragrances, okay? So I'll see you guys next time with another fragrance review. Take care everyone. Keep me in your prayers. Keep smelling good. Peace.